Paris. Paris, you're never ever far from a man carrying a baguette. Alex!
Comme ça la baguette.
Alex! His baguette.
The story is about the pain of all the population and not just for people.
Years.
3 long years.
It's more like a Fight Club than a Street Fighter. So it's just perfect.
So I've been working in and around the video games since the late 90s, and my favorite bit has always been meeting the people who make the games. So that's what we're gonna do. We're in Paris. This is Paris. Paris. Beautiful Paris in springtime.
Yep.
And this is Alex. He is one of the people making Mother Russia Bleeds. This is where the magic happens. This beautiful apartment building here in the 19th arrondissement of Paris. Multicultural hive of creativity in the video game industry. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out where all this bloodletting and fighting actually happens. Come on.
Hey, how are you?
Fred, Flo, Mother Russia Bleeds. So we are in Paris. This is Le Cartel. We are at the apartment of Alex. And this is the beating heart of Mother Russia Bleeds. Where are we in Paris? Where is this?
We're in the 19th district, and it's a famous area because there's a lot of bars and restaurants, and it's really historic place in Paris.
And why do you work here?
Because it's my place and it's the biggest flat we have.
We are in the bakery of Belleville. Every Thursday we took our lunch here.
So this is the beautiful park where Alex comes running, and we're not allowed in. They've closed it because of the rain. But we've been to the boulangerie. We got our sandwiches.
Yes.
We've got our chocolate eclairs.
Yes.
We're gonna do it anyway. Paris will not bring us down. The steps of the local town hall. As good a place as any.
Your hot meal.
Ooh, hot pizza. Where's my chocolate eclair? That's what I'm looking for.
Badois.
Badois. And of course, a little chocolate eclair. So, you started this game in August 2013. What were you doing before that? What was the genesis of this project?
I was working at Ubisoft on Just Dance.
Yay!
Yeah.
The game Just
So-
Dance, Mother Russia Bleeds. Just Dance, Mother
Yeah,
Russia
yeah.
Bleeds. Okay.
And after Ubisoft, I met Alex.
How did you meet?
Our ex-girlfriends were friends.
Aude, his ex-girlfriend, was like, you have to meet my boyfriend, he's in the video game stuff and he wants to make a game and blah blah blah. So okay, so bring him and we'll see.
So what were you doing before?
So basically I was making Facebook apps all the day during maybe 5 years. I was really tired of the this kind of agencies and politics and stuff. So I just quit without absolutely knowing where I was going at this point.
So when you met, you had already quit,
Yeah.
and you already quit
Yeah,
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
So you were both these free agents.
Yeah.
And your girlfriends brought you together
Yeah.
in this perfect storm. How did you come into the story, Flo?
I met them in October.
Of that
So-
year, 2013, so like 2 months afterwards.
After a long series of fails with developers, programmers.
So you were looking for a flow,
Yeah, yeah.
basically. You
Desperately.
needed someone to prop you up, to make
Yeah.
sure everything worked properly, right?
Yeah. He arrived in light,
Yeah.
like all the shit.
He flew in on a cloud
Yeah.
with his magic stuff,
Yeah. Fred
and
called
everything
me.
started working properly.
Fred called me and he say, I think we have a programmer, like, that's it.
What were you expecting when you came out of college?
At the beginning, I thought about going in web for doing a web-based game or mobile phone game. But after a few months, I realized that it was not fun at all. And doing a game for non-gamers is terrible.
When you're a gamer, I
Yeah.
guess. So you decided quite quickly that you wanted to make games for gamers like
Yeah,
you.
that's it. So during this internship, I checked a Facebook group, the ask of Alex and Fred to make a beat them up. At this moment, I was frustrating about my internship, so I jumped on it and.
It's amazing how many things happened at just the right time for this project and team to come together, isn't it? When you started doing the art for Mother Russia Bleeds, did you expect it to be so much work?
No, not really. I thought to work on it for a few months and go back to my classic work of web designer because it was too cool to be true. I would just
Too
thought-
cool to be true.
Too cool to be true.
This
I
can't be a
thought,
real job.
Yeah, it can be real. This project has been brought by Fred.
This is your baby then.
It's our baby.
Yeah, sure.
But maybe
I love it. I love this one.
each time I wanted to play a beat 'em up, I plugged my Mega Drive and Street of Rage. I know too much Street of Rage, so I just wanted to make a game, maybe the spiritual
Successor.
success. Yeah, I discovered Hotline Miami just after I quit Ubisoft. I was just mad about that game. It was so cool. It just inspired me when I learned that it had been created by two guys, and I think about making Street of Rage, but with a biggest universe, art direction, big musics, more intense gameplay, and with a little team.
And that's why this project had a kind of buzz on internet because it was Street of Rage meets Hotline Miami. So
Yeah.
it was totally something people wanted. This is where I sleep and this is where I walk.
You're all French, right? So I always describe France as a land of cheese and protests, right? There's a long history of civil unrest in this country. Is that something that's that comes into your game design, the narrative?
We like the idea of the end of the USSR, like how the USSR ended. So obviously it was a moment of wars and a lot of changes and all the government change and stuff. At the really end of the story writing, the story is about the pain of all the population and not just for people. So we add the riots part and the strikes parts really at the end of the project.
Presumably inspired by your
Yeah,
experiences
sure.
as French
It's
people.
yeah, sure. It's a global crisis, and I really think it's a cool idea to put it in a game in these days.
So where are we? Where have you brought us?
I brought you in Place de la République, so Republic Place, which is maybe my favorite place in Paris. I'm sure you know it for the recent events. It's a historic place, and everything who came from the people, it takes place here. So it's really famous.
So recently there've been lots of protests about new labour laws, and
Yeah.
do you get involved with that?
Yeah, sure.
Do you come down here and?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm just living next to here, so I have absolutely no excuse to not participate. And yeah, it's really a big moment for France, who wants to stop the government bullshit and the injustice, wars.
This need that you have to stand up and say, no, I don't agree with that, and actually do something about it and fight?
Yeah.
Does that spirit get into your game?
Yeah, I tried in the scenario with Fred, of course, to talk about real stuff since the last events in the world, not only France. We had decided to maybe we can talk about how USSR ended.
I made a really short trailer. We didn't have enough stuff to tell our story, so we just have this nightclub and one player and some NPCs, and we just tried to tell a little story, and we put it on YouTube, and it started to become something big.
What did
on
you do?
internet.
Because that's something, you know, how did you make that happen? Do you think it was just because of the idea was something that people were ready for and wanted, or
Yeah, actually
did you do any tricks to make it spread through social
No,
networks?
totally
or
not. Actually, it was just a night with Philip. It's one of my best friends, and we were like on pizza and movies, and he just said, "We should make a trailer for your project, like just making a cool video to show to people what you're doing here."
And when you put the teaser on YouTube, everyone just shared it on Facebook. And a friend Olivier Penot told me, "You're mad. Why do you do that? You have to inform and share it to PR and journalists." So during 1 week, he helped us to contact this journalist and making the buzz.
I just watched the Google Analytics, and I didn't get what happened at this moment. It was totally out of control. It was moving countries by countries. It was really impressive. We didn't expect anything about this, so it was totally awesome.
Okay.
And just after that, we had the first contact with the developer.
How did that happen?
Now the first thing
It was
was
on the
Denaton from Hotline Miami, who just tweet something. So it was really crazy for us, because it was Hotline Miami was our main inspiration, and maybe the day after it, Devolver tweet Sims Leggett with our trailer. So it was really fucking crazy for us. So they contact us. After that, we set up a meeting with Graham. I was terrified, like what happened in my place in this couch, and he was playing, and we can say that he was a terrible player, and I was like, oh shit.
You're a terrible player, Graham.
He's not gonna like it. He don't enjoy the game. We bought some wine and some tea and some stuff, and Graham just played the game, spoke, and I have to go now. So we drank just by ourselves after that. But he was really into it, and he told us Devolver was okay to deal with us. So when he left, we drank a lot, and we started to deal with Devolver.
So this is the classic scene, right? This is the street cafe, Paris. Everyone's at their table, after work, shitty weather.
Yes,
This is it, right?
Yeah.
totally.
This is the Paris dream.
Totally.
So let's have a drink.
Santé.
To Paris.
Avec mon paille, sérieux, c'est scandaleux.
Cheers. Oh yeah, yeah. Cheers. How do Alex's animations in Mother Russia Bleeds compare to the beat 'em ups that you were playing? I mean, does it feel different, or do you think there's something there that wasn't there before?
If we just take as examples the other game, the other recent game, new game, like Scott Pilgrim or Castle Crasher, the proportions of the characters are not realistic. If I compare to old games like Street of Rage, etc., it's more fluid and it's very realistic. It's not cartoon, and there are no superpower like flames on the fist.
And I had this idea, and I'm really proud of this idea, is the motion blur on the moves. I never see that in pixel art. When the people are moving, I just add some motion blur on my sprites. And I'm really proud of this because I never saw that, and it's really efficient. It's really cool to have your own idea, your really own thing. It's my, my signature.
It's more like a Fight Club than a Street Fighter. So it's just perfect.
So that's it.
We're here at
Battling Club.
Battling Club because Alex has got a secret about his combat system in Mother Russia Bleeds, and that secret is he's a boxer.
Yeah, we're in front of my club, so I pass like all my free time here, and I'm gonna show you how it is and what's boxing and.
So what we're going to find out is what all those other fighting games do wrong
Yep, absolutely.
and what you do right.
Yeah.
Is that right?
What is real fighting moves?
And I'm going to try not to get hurt.
So the idea here is to do some shadow boxing to warm up and to repeat some moves and to learn how to move right. The exercise is to imagine to avoid some punches and stuff. And after that, we're gonna do some.
You didn't avoid that.
We're gonna do some punching bags.
He's going to get me back for that.
Yeah, totally. Animators who really don't know how fight works gonna make some move like that, like with open arms like that, okay?
Yeah.
And not even with a straight arm, like something like that, I don't know. A real punch is straight, okay? And the other arm stay here for protection, okay? A lot of games characters like Mortal Kombat, for example, where people like that, like with the ass, and it's like that, and it's really, really ugly to watch. Even if you don't know boxing or something is wrong. So if you stay on your legs and you don't move your pivot center, your center of gravity, it's really more credible and more powerful.
So who's missing from the core team today?
Slow
Slow's
is
missing.
the composer,
Yeah.
and he lives in the south of France, in Aix-en-Provence. And yeah, he composed the whole OST of the project. We have a friend in common, a friend from music, and he just gave me the contact of Slow. When he saw the game, he told me Slow will be the good guy for you.
So you're a musician as well.
Yeah.
So what do you produce and you play as well?
I play guitar in a band called Winery. It's rock and core. You know, in metal there is a lot of species.
Yeah, true. Yes.
And it's violent and brutal, like okay.
Now we're going to a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Fred's terrifying sounding band. This is we're going to a rehearsal studio, right?
Yeah.
To see Fred's band Winery.
Winery. Yeah, rock and core.
And this, like Mother Russia Bleeds, is one of the outlets for all of Fred's rage. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll
bit.
see. We're gonna see. We'll
We're gonna
see.
see.
Okay, come on. So what is this place?
This place is le ventre de la baleine. It's
Le ventre de la baleine.
Yeah.
The belly of the whale.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a place where musicians and artists can do their stuff. Come on.
More intense, and I just
You yawned. You said you weren't going to do
Yeah,
that.
I'm
You
ready to
yawned.
do my best here. I'm
They're
sorry.
working too hard.
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah.